It is finals time at the 2021 BMX New Zealand National Championships, presented by Permapine, Spark Business Hub, Red Stag Timber and O'Sullivan Clemens. So glad that you're with us on Sky Sport Next. Pictures being provided by the Stream Shop. No mai haere mai ki Rotorua. This is it. This is time. Cups are about to be handed out. Trophies presented. Medals awarded. My name is Nigel Old and Chris Newsom providing the expert analysis. Former rider, administrator, track manager, you name it in BMX. Chris has done it. Right now, Chris, we're heading in. This is the last race of 2 days. 3 if we throw in the fact that there was plenty of practice being done on the Friday as well. Whether you are a member in the 9-year-olds, which will be the youngest final that'll run, whether you are part of that plus 50s group that are going to go around in a final, how nervous are you right now?
Absolutely freaking out if you're me, but if you're most of these riders, look, they won't be too bad. This is what they're here for. This is 12 months of training and practice and racing, trying to get those added skills and that added speed down. This is what it all boils down to. They want their national title. They want that NZ on their plate. This is what they're here for. And Rotorua has turned on an absolutely cracker day for them to take place. We've got the track being watered. It has been swept. It has been cleared and made fast purely for these riders to show off their skills.
And a little bit of interest too, that overhead as well. We've now got a little bit of cloud cover as well, which the temperature was starting to creep up a little bit. That will help slightly, and I say slightly because warm temperatures, we're looking around 23 degrees at the moment. Might drop it down by a degree or two, making it a little bit more comfortable, remembering the attire that all of our racers will be wearing. We will still get another look at the Sprockets, the future of the sport. Those just starting out, they will have another series of races to get us underway, but then we are into all of the finals. That is from the boys all the way through to 16s, the girls from 10 through to 16 as well. We've got our veteran riders, we've got our cruisers, all of that to come over what's going to be an exciting final session here at the Rotorua BMX Club to complete what's been a really enjoyable 3 days if you throw in the practice, but 2 days of racing. And I suspect, Chris, we are going to see some really good close racing. Yes, we've got some clear standouts. We think of the likes of world number 2, Luke Brooks-Smith, who has just been a step above in his class. But, geez, some of these other divisions, it's going to be so hard to sort out. And I guess we've been building up about strategy and lane selection and all that sort of stuff. This is where this comes to play right now.
Yeah, this is your last 30 to 45 seconds of your racing year that's about to take place. I mean, my picks are 11 boys, 14 and 15 boys and girls. Those races are going to be absolutely on fire. Then we move into some of the, the 17 to 24 is always a hotly contested age group. And there's always big ding-dong battles when you get into the older boys and girls as well. You know, you're 30, you're 40, you're 50 plus. They always like to put on a great show. So there is going to be some seriously quick riding.
Yeah, you see a few of the people there. I tell you right now, that boom that you just saw, that will be packed come finals time. There you see a few of the spectators sitting, waiting, making sure they've got the good vantage points, getting ready to try and cheer on their rider to victory. And you see, that's what it is, family sport. The Mountain Raiders, they're having a good weekend, that club. Got plenty in the final. Yeah, you see the team working through.
Mountain
is
Raiders
that Rupert doing that's the final bit of prepper, is it?
Yep, Rupert's sorting out his track. He's put in a massive amount of work here to build up this fantastic facility that's here. A lot of really, really good clubs around the country also have people very much like Rupert. But it's his show this weekend, looking after the track and making sure it's sorted.
Yeah, immense pride that he and his crew have put into presenting this track, and it really is in great nick. Of course, a relatively new facility, but really, as Chris has alluded to throughout the broadcast, it is the jewel in the crown as we get a few presentations which are taking place.
That would be the elites.
It is the elites. They are done and dusted for the day. So that was Jesse Smith, it was, stepping up in third spot. To the second spot on the podium will be Megan Williams, one of the locals, and she was super impressive.
Yeah, absolutely.
Her rides.
Megan did very, very well moving into elites for the first time as a young rider. Has a very, very successful career behind her already. So we do look forward to what Megan's got to offer in the coming seasons.
And of course, as we move to the top of the podium, well, that was Rebecca Petch. I think they're trying to track down Megan. She's maybe wasn't aware that this was coming. Neat podium, by the way. Look at that. Carved out of some local timber.
Looks
very
like some,
nice.
Some redwood timber there. So.
Yeah, it's beautiful. See.
I have noticed while we're sitting here too, the wind is, I don't know whether it's because it's finals, but it has died down a wee bit, so there's not going to be any blustery gales coming in from any weird angles for the riders today.
I'll tell you what, Mother Nature has absolutely put on a real treat for these athletes as we continue the hunt for Megan Williams. Just a small lull in proceedings. That young lady there, if she's racing later on, she's carved up, she's had the potato twirl, she's ready to go. You see some of the people who are enjoying the event, a few of the dignitaries as well. Great to see Jacques Landry, CEO of Cycling New Zealand, here also as well, the High Performance Director, Martin Barra, aka Marv, they're in attendance as well, as they should be as well. This is where, like certain sports, this is just where these athletes comes from, and I've made a few parallels with regards to motorsport. All motorsport races, whether they drive stock cars, rally cars, whether they go to bitumen, any form, open wheel, tin tops, they start in karts. Well, when it comes to cycling, whether you are riding a mountain bike, whether you are on the road, whether you're on the track, whether you continue, this is where you get your real grounding. Whether you're endurance or sprint, this is where you start off learning how to ride a bike and learning some of those skills. And the skills are so crossover and tangible that you see in the background as well. One Sarah Walker. Sarah coming back from surgery not too far away as well. Great to see her. So there we go. That's...
Oh, Megan just hinting that she was right across the other side of the track there. So pink cheeks from the run.
Well, no doubt. She probably would have been over, given the way some of these athletes up. Would she have been over maybe helping a few of the local Rotorua BMXers get ready for their finals, which are coming up very shortly, possible.
Absolutely.
You never know.
Absolutely. These riders do support the younger ones coming up.
And it's just so great to see. So great to see as well. So here's the presentation done. There you see the final track preparations being made, just giving it a light rinse. And we see
this will be for the junior elite class.
So, you see them all coming through and getting there. You see Dion, who does a lot presenting that gentleman there, but you just see in the background Dion just doing a bucket load of work, just getting everything all set, flying around, as administrators have a tendency to do at this time. There's Dion presenting.
And there we go on the top spot for the junior elite, young Rico Beerman. A very, very long career already as a young man. Started very, very young, winning many races, and then, of course, many world titles as well.
Well, as we said before, if you're starting at the age of you look at the likes of, we might see again very shortly, and Luke Buckley, who's been racing pretty much since he's 3 years of age. By the time you hit, the elites sort of around, the junior elites, you're talking 17, 18, you've had a decade and a half.
Decade of riding.
And that's a long time. Here we see as the podium is formed, photos taken, both official and unofficial, couple for the IG, I'm sure. Now they step out as our MC continues to work through the prize givings for the elites. These riders continue to sit and wait. I tell you what, that young lady has absolutely stripped that potato twirl stick clean, making sure she's getting every bit of carb into her body. That is sure. She is ready if she needs to roll. That is certain.
Yeah, look, the food standards have definitely increased in the stalls at BMX National Championships. The old fish and chips are long gone. But, certainly they've been eating up a storm, so to speak.
Well, there you see the crowd's a good crowd, and they'll be absolutely stacked around this outstanding facility as we look ahead to some of the great finals that are coming up. We'll see the Sprockets have one last moto. They're a participation class, so they get one last crack, although I can't deny the Luke Butley-George Wu battle in the under-5s will be an interesting wee contest. And, of course, we roll on into all of those finals, of course, which is directed by lane choice. Top qualifier gets the look, so in the boys 9 category, that's Rico Ryan out of East City. He will get the first lane choice, and the boys 10 it'll be Tim Carswell out of Tauranga. Girls 10, Holly Nielsen, and Holly unbeaten to this particular point of the weekend. She has raced really, really well, but she won't have that all her own way. Nicola Mapu will have first choice in the girls 11 final, and that's going to be an absolute cracker. You got Nicola Mapu with NZ2 on the front of her bike, Meg Cannon in NZ1. You've got Addison Rutherford, Beth Walker, Emma Summers, Maya Prescott, Holly Buckley. Now, Walker, Summers, Prescott and Buckley on the front of their bike, they've got NZ4, NZ3, NZ6 and NZ5. And you've got the likes of a Holly Tribble who's capable of really delivering as well. So that's going to be a fascinating final. You see more of the prize giving taking place. We look at the 12s. You've got a tough old battle with Deacon Connor and Breno Nemedi, who's been great. Daniel Mason's been riding really well in that one. You see Michael Byers taking his spot on the top podium. And you just work your way through, and there's a few where you just go, we go to the 13 boys final, Chris, and we think, right, Luke Brooks Smith. However, we know that Jack Young, Tom Coleman, they're capable if Luke just has a minor hiccup, and that's all it takes.
It doesn't take much. If you bobble a rhythm section or come up short on a jump for whatever reason, we saw enough people hitting the gate, unclipping on the gate. Those are all very real factors, even for the seasoned veterans and those who seem to be taking the top spot regularly.
Yeah, that 15s final that you were alluding to, the likes of Lewis Atkinson gets the lane choice. Ben James, Case Kofsky out of New Plymouth's been racing well. So too Matthew Hay, Cameron Lang. That's going to be an absolute pearler. The 15s, you kind of suspect they could be the Jada Lily Lee show, but again, in these one-off races, you just never know. As we roll the way through, Lila Walker, she'll be another one to watch. She'll start favourite in hers. And then there's the old dogs. We can't forget about them.
They will definitely put on a good show, as they always do. They'll lay it out on the line.
It's just about finished with those presentations, and then we'll be able to kick into life with the finals, the last series of races. Deciders. See, speaking of the old fellas, just walking past our commentary box, the president, Warren Boggess. Is there a little bit of nerves there from El Presidente? Or just maybe tiredness?
No, there's probably a bit of both. All of the committee, of course, for BMX New Zealand put a huge amount of time in, and it is voluntary work as well. So they all have day jobs, at which point they go home till 10, 11 o'clock at night and answer emails from, the BMX community. Possibly there are a few lack of sleep wrinkles on his forehead leading into his final. But, certainly you know how to just shut down, sit on the gate, and focus on the job at hand.
So how beneficial is it for New Zealand BMX, given the environment, given how challenging things are? What are the benefits to being able to hold a national championships again in a time where things are challenging given the pandemic? I mean, what is it going to do for the sport to have coverage like this and get some people out there?
Hey, look, this has been an ongoing battle since the sport started. It is a small sport, we know that. It is a niche sport. Those who come in and attempt it will quickly find out there's no grey in BMX. You either do or you don't. It is one of those things.
There is Rebecca Petch. She's taking the senior elites. That's Jessie Smith. I think I might have said it was Jessie earlier on. I do apologise, I've got that completely wrong. That is Jessie there. You can see with the rainbow strides on, of course, as a world champion, junior world champion a couple of years ago. So Rebecca Petch gets the
sneaky little
the national shirt
sponsor plug there with her bike up on on the podium.
That's what they have to do, and they've done it well. And very nice to Jessie as well. They just to hold the trophy briefing. I'm sure Jessie will be looking at that going, one day I'm the one that's going to be holding that trophy.
Look, and it's actually great to have Jessie back. She did have a pretty bad crash So for her to even have come back is outstanding in itself. When you do see the replay of that, it was not pretty, and it's great to have her back on track.
So here we go. This is the start. This is the final races. Now, this is just races. The first 3 sets of motos you're going to see roll through. These are for the Sprockets. It's the 5 and unders, the 6-7-year-old boys and the 6-7-year-old girls. They will all roll through. It's just participation, an opportunity for them to have one last chance to feel what it's like, I guess, to have a final per se of an event. And again, this is what it comes down to with the sport, just getting the use for when it comes time to actually be part of a final at a national championship in the coming years. And you see the big 8-foot ramp, big 8-metre ramp, that's done and dusted for the day. Elites having gone about their work, they'll be all coming off that 5-metre ramp, and there they are. First wave getting set to roll on through. It'll be Cameron Inwood, Marnie Stentner, Nico Matane, Oli Haudua, Blake Singh and Noah Lindsay. That'll be the first group of under 5 Sprockets to make their way down. There it is. As we get the images on for you. Cameron out of New Plymouth, Marnie out of Christchurch. The MR meaning the Mountain Raiders. It's a Auckland-based club. Southland represented as well. Won't have any issue picking them. They'll have the famed maroon and gold on. Don't you worry about that. Gate comes up. See our officials, and we do have to, just as always, thank the officials and the volunteers, as you heard Chris allude to. A lot of people just giving up their time purely for the love of the sport. Yes, they probably may have the odd young one rolling around. The odd volunteer may even have the old one still rolling the pedals over as well, but just great to have them involved and allowing events like this to take place as you see them go through and run through the checks. Where you see the starters all getting set.
Checking the numbers and making sure the kids are all in their right gate. These are participant motos for the next 2 motos, 5 and under.
So everyone all set to go. And inside lane there, 5.25, that's Cameron Inwood. 3.51 is Marnie Stentner. Nico Matane alongside there. 2.91, Oli Haudua out of Southland. 4.56, the 888 is Blake Singh. And then Noah Lindsay, who's on the right-hand side. We know her. Riding the Micro Mini.
Micro Mini, yeah. So 18-inch wheel. Inches. Yeah, very small bike, very small boy. But, yeah, again, great to have them involved.
And brave as well. No, we had a little bit of a topple coming down a couple of starts ago. But straight back up, straight back into it. Breed them tough down there in Cromwell, though, it has to be said. And he's riding with the 577 plate on the front.
There we go. We're just getting the external commentators just calling up all the riders because it is finals. That is the really cool thing. Everybody's name gets read out when they step onto the gate, so they get to give the old Sarah Walker wave.
Well, someone isn't even up on the gate yet, I think, actually, in the background there, and they're waving away. They're
Absolutely.
waving to mum and dad and everybody. So, all set as they work their way through. As I say, from left to right, it's Inwood, Stentner, Matane, Haudua, Singh, and Lindsay. So, riders competing from New Plymouth, Christchurch, the Mountain Raiders, Southland.
Mountain Raiders. Little man was out very quick.
He got a great start there, did Noah Lindsay.
Blinder.
Now they start to gain a little bit of speed up and over. Long straight for these riders. Remember, 5 and under. To the inside. That's one of our Southland competitors. That's Olo Haudua, who's got himself off to a nice wee flyer. Oh, look at the eyes wide open, loving every minute of it as he goes up and over, heading towards that next left-hander. Up over that, bit of a surge needed, gets there, rolls down. Now they move into the rhythm section. You see them work their way through, and already you can see some of the techniques starting to be learned as he's pushing the arms down, keeping the front wheel in contact with the limestone. Now he comes around, a couple of big digs onto the pedal, up and over. And Haudua, chance to finish it off in style. And he will. He'll come through, gets a nice round of applause, and he'll take the dub in his final heat of what's been a 7 moto weekend for him and the rest of the contestants. Rolling through. Inwood, Stentner, Martinet, Singh and Lindsay.
And our little Noah Lindsay, he did very well there. I think it was the 3rd or 4th in that one.
Oh, he's done very well. Here's the second final, if you want to call it that. Nico Simeon out of Tauranga. Jax Napier Anderson. Mason Clark, Luke Buckley. There you see them.
Yeah, look, and a big shout out to the Napier Anderson family again. The kids are racing. Mum went down and is unfortunately injured and out, but that'll be playing on the minds of the kids. Is Mum okay?
Obviously, as you'd expect, tough for the kids to see, but JT was there. Oh, George Wu with a little bit of a wobble. So up out the front. And George been one of the real star riders in this one, so he's given Luke Buckley a little bit of a break to play with here. Luke doesn't need much of an invite. I say 3rd time at the Nationals for Luke Buckley, very experienced in the under 5. Here comes George Wu in the yellow and black with the 660 on the front. Sorry, the 554 I should say, but Luke's got this one. Oh, George will be frustrated with that start. Buckley round that final turn. There'll be a name just to remember. A little bit of air as well. Oh, he's having some fun picking up the front wheel. Putting on a show, the young fella. Gets the job done. Here comes George. George will be disappointed with the start, but he's had a great weekend. Another name maybe to just listen out for. There you see Jax Napier Anderson rolling across there. And you just say tough for anyone to watch Mum go down and take a big lick and taken away in the ambulance. And now we move on to the 6 to 7. So there'll be 3 finals here. Baden Prescott, Daniel Valuan, Matani Hill. Matani's had a great weekend out of the North Harbour Club. Isaac Sen, Levi Andrews, Alan Thomas, and Travis Anderson. You love the crowd noise coming out as well. The club's an opportunity to show their support for their riders too. So you can make the biggest amount of noise. I'm sure it'll be the Rotorua Club. You'd like to think that they'll be able to get the biggest shout out here as the host club. It's Baden Prescott, 765 on the inside. Then it's Daniel Valuan from Tauranga. But gee, the bloke who got the real flyer was Matani Hill. Oh, no. Down he goes. He got too much of a flyer.
Yeah, that was a big crash. He went hard down on his left shoulder.
So, real flyer here. Oh, gee, I hope Mutton is okay. And it is Isaac Sen out of the Mountain Raiders Club, who's got a great start.
Yeah, just jumping a little too far and catching that step up.
So the 765 chasing, that's Baden Prescott. But oh, good start here for Isaac, and he's got a great lead, almost half a straight on them. Look at that great technique coming through the rhythm section. Couple of big pedals around. He'll have a look and he goes, you know what, I think I've got this. Got to keep the mind on the job though. And he comes through. And it's some good riding by everybody, and a few of the young ones throwing the old front wheel in the air, putting on a bit of a show.
There we go, our man is up and making his way around the track, but that is heartbreaking to lead at such a convincing gait. He was gone. He was gone.
Let's have another look at this here. And just, oh no, we're going to go to our next field coming through. He's got these 6 riders. Carter Ludlam out of Taupō, Caleb Hotter, New Plymouth, Tate Brewer out of Waitakere, Jack Palmati, North Harbour, Archie Burke of Waitakere. Here he comes, Matatani Hill. Well, disappointing end, but gee, he'll go back and have a look. He looks like the type of rider that's getting ready to make that next step up when you start in the competition. With all those basics that we've heard Chris allude to. And we're off and going. And our second of our Sprocket 6 to 7. And leading them out, that is Jake Palmati, 652. Jake out of North Harbour, and he'll lead them down. A nice little break as well. Lead through that first left-hander. The cloud's really coming over, and the temperature, you can feel it in our commentary position, really starting to drop. So it would actually be really nice, comfortable conditions for the riders.
Very much so. The wind has picked up just a little bit, so that'll make it interesting when we get into the faster groups.
So here is Bomati trying to chase him down, the 641. That is Carter Loveland from the Taupo Club. Final turn. Have they got the energy? Long weekend for these young riders. 7 motos over the course of 2 days, plus, of course, all the practice they would have done on the Friday. This is a participation for the under 5s and the 6 to 7. And then you start getting into the competitive class when you hit the 9 and under, which will be the first of our finals, which will be coming up very shortly. Still got one more moto to come here in the 6 to 7 boys. There's the crowd sitting in anticipation, cheering when they hear one of their club mates called out. You see in the background there some of those big jumps where they had the dirt jam after the finish in racing yesterday. A few folks putting on a bit of a show there. The old freestyle motocross. There we are, off and running. That inside lane is Max Olsen out of Rotorua. Clad in iridescent yellow there, and Max has got a really good start just outside of him, getting an equally good start, and is actually going to lead them into that first turn. They get the chance to turn their way back up, and that's 163, and that's Elijah Savesek moving through nicely. Max remains there in that second spot, Max Olsen. Then we go back to the 383, 380 I should say, and that's Sam White. Really nicely. Very comfortable, nice as well. Elijah Savesi. Now Max Olsen gives a little bit of a spurt. He's a Rotorua boy. He wants to win one at home. Max goes to the inside. Oh, lost the foot.
He's still maintaining it though, which is good. Back on the pedals.
And it just shows the effort he was putting in last race.
Absolutely.
And a good race actually by all of those competitors as well to finish the 6 to 7 boys. Through they come. Now we switch over and it's time for the 6 to 7 girls. This is just the two motos to come through. And Skylar Hansen, 723, has been very impressive. She'll be a rider to keep an eye out for. Third in from the left of your screen, 723. See the pink streamers coming out of the back of 652. That's Amelia Detteri. Also just as distinctive. Off they come down. Some rolling out, some pedaling. Good start by these young ladies. Hansen in the middle. 3 wide as they head up to the top. Deteri's in there, now to the inside. And now Hansen pushes forward. Deteri drops into second spot. Rocking the pink and purple. That is Skylar Hansen. Being chased by Amelia Deteri. We go back to Ali Morgan out of North Avon. Single file around that. Hansen. Upping her way through the rhythm section. Ooh, a little bit wobbly there, but maintains. Great rhythm section coming through. I think that might have been Deteri under a little bit of pressure, but she's maintained it. And it's going to be Skylar Hansen. Good little battle coming here for third. To the line. They roll through. So that was a great little battle there. And those young ladies, their weekend is done. So now we come to our final field, just the 4. Pretty good 4 though. Cameron Calhoun out of North Avon, Darcy Dumble out of New Plymouth, Milan Manava and Pippa Spence out of Gizzy. So the 4 competitors spread across there. Calhoun is 251. 284 is Dumbbell. 939 is Manava. And 227 is Pippa Spence. Down they go. Up and over the top. And it's those 2 inside. It's Calhoun and Dumbbell. To that corner. Dumble going to get and lead them in? Yes, she was. So it's Dumble from Calhoun. Then you go back to Manava and Spence. Still plenty of determination and focus. Here comes a little bit of a surge now from Calhoun, trying to get to the outside. Coming up to that turn. Up and over the top. Coming back around. Careful to stay inside the yellow lines. Rhythm section coming up. Oh!
Goodness me.
That was a tough bump for Calhoun. Just saw the head snap a little bit too.
Lost the front end there and went down.
Quickly, the volunteers are there to help her. And actually, look at that. You can see the concern there from Darcy Dumble, just looking over. Just a lot of concern being shown for her fellow rider. And you can see in the background, she's up. She's ready to go.
And that was one of the things I mentioned, Nigel, about, you've got your slick tyres. You don't actually need tyres with knobs or grip on them like you would on a mountain bike. But if you do try and turn very sharply on these tracks, instead of heading straight, you will most likely wash out your front wheel.
There she is to the finish line. Tell you what, they don't breed wimps in this sport, do they, Chris?
No, you can't, mate. You can't. You worry about crying when you get back to the tent.
Here we go, first national champion in the age groups. This is all amateur riders. And this is the under 9 boys. Rico Ryan has the lane selection. He has gate choice. Cooper Murphy, Leon Dumbell, John O'Hanson. Look at all the NZs. The only one that doesn't ride with his NZ plate is Coulter Joyce. And he ain't no mug either. And away. This is the 9 boys final at the 2021 BMX New Zealand National Championships.
There we go. They are pulling it out. There is some serious pedaling going on through here.
Diving into that first corner. Leading them away. That's NZ2. That's Charlie Withington. No, sorry, NZ3. Excuse me. That's Rico Ryan. He's taken the good gate and he's used it well. Then we go back to Dumbell. Charlie Withington. Withington's been good in the second half of the section. He's going to have to be really good in the second half this time. This is a great start by Ryan. Dumbell closing up. Can he get a cutback going? Ryan just digging in. Eyes straight ahead on the prize. Good push coming. They're not going to get him. Rico Ryan wins. Dumbell second, Withington third. Cooper Murphy comes through for fourth. Then Hansen, Morgan, Stronach and Joyce. And good times as well. That was a sub 46 by Rico Ryan. Really quick times. As we see them coming through and the congratulations from everybody. That was a good opening race, but well done.
Yeah,
Each city, Rico Ryan.
Definitely dropped their times there for the final, down to 45 seconds.
Absolutely flying. Now to the 10 boys. This should be a really interesting final. Tim Criswell gets the lane choice. Out of Tauranga, Ben Anderson on NZ1. He's gone to the inside. He had second lane choice. Away they go. Max Hayhay's flowing the gate again. Hayhay leads them through. He's had really good starts. Now trying to use that inside gate is Anderson, and it is Ben that leads them through. Then you go back to Max Hayhay. Then it is Tim Criswell. Anderson already got a 1 NZ plate on the front of his bike. Here comes Criswell and Hayhay chasing side by side going through that particular turn. Hayhay still with the advantage now through the rhythm section. Anderson gapped him. Got a great start using that inside gate around the final turn. He has a wee look. Anderson. Now here comes Dylan Fox trying to get up. Great battle, but it's all for second. Anderson wins it. Hayhay gets second. Who held on for third? It was Dylan Fox just from Cade Manava and Tim Criswell.
And we've got a photo for, 6 and 7 there between Alexander and Banks.
Xavier Bell coming through in 8th. Again, another time. Sub 46 seconds. A wee bounce of celebration by Ben Anderson as he goes over the line.
So the racing is ramping up. These guys are really putting everything in there.
Well, next up, as the finals will come thick and fast. Holly Nielsen out of Waitakere. She has been untouchable in the under 10 girls class to this particular point, but she will have challenges. Luca Penny, the 03, represents Oceania 3 on her plate. Where is Holly? Holly's gone for the inside gate. Alongside her, Kiana McCure. And then it is Luca Penny.
Great gate out from the inside lanes.
It is Nielsen leading them out. Good start as well by Asher Napier-Anderson. And she's going to be second coming through, but Nielsen's got the jump on them at the moment. Asher. Oh, no doubt she's riding for mum. In second spot. Now we start to see the push from Kiana McHugh. But it's Nielsen, as she has been right the way through the weekend, at the front. Into the rhythm section. Napier-Anderson in the second spot. Now some pressure starting to come. McHugh on the hunt. So too also coming through there is Sophie Penny. Well, Hannah Nielsen, she has been so impressive. Coming up the inside. Oh, just nabbling that one there. I think that might have been Sophie Penny. Holly Nielsen, deserved champion. Sophie Penny second. Asher Napier-Anderson, she'll take third. It's great to see. It's taken a bit out of them. You can see Holly Nielsen, I should say, really sucking in the big ones there. Great ride as well. And great for the Napier-Anderson family. They've had a tough old day. Now we move to the under 11 girls.
This will be a flyer.
Oh, this is just pick 'em. This is dead set pick 'em. This has been such even racing, Chris Newsom.
Absolutely. You've got all of your top riders based in this round, and these girls have been flying today. Setting up on the gate.
Mapu is NZ2. Meg Cannon, NZ1. Great even start. Look at that. 4 even heading into that first.
Yeah, out the middle, banging bars.
Who's got the inside? Is it Meg Cannon? The inside of Mapu. Cannon leads them through. Mapu in hot pursuit. Then you go back to Beth Walker. Up and over the top. Hunting hard to Addison Rutherford. At the moment, though, it is Meg Cannon from Cambridge leading. Walker cuts back hard. Beth tries to get to the inside. Also working really hard is Nicola Mapu. Mapu now goes to the outside. Walker looking to try and cut on the inside. Oh, where did Addison Rutherford come from? Cannon continues to hold. Then it's Mapu. Then Rutherford, who's gone up into the third spot. Walker pushed back to fourth. But it's Meg Cannon. She's your national champion of the under 11 girls. Great race, as we thought. Just on 2.5 seconds first to last. Meg Cannon from Nicola Mapu, Addison Rutherford, Beth Walker, Molly Buckley, Emmy Summers, Maya Prescott and Holly Tribble. Some race that.
Oh, absolutely. Those girls probably weren't expecting Addison. And she, just dealt them a turn.
So next up, we've actually got the under 12 boys final. And this one here. Deacon Connor, NZ1, Bruno Nemedi, 2-3-1. You see Bruno already standing up on the bike. He's ready to go. He's in gate 3. Inside of him is Deacon Connor. Daniel Mason's capable, NZ3. He jumps outside, so gates 2, 3 and 4 is where we look. It's a great start as well by Deacon Connor. Nemedi trying to beat him to that first corner. He's going to have to go high and he's going to have to drop in. So it's Connor leading them through. Then Nemedi. They're looking to clear out. Some serious pedal power being put on here. Lovely skill by Nemedi as he goes through trying to get to the outside of Connor. Into that second turn. Nemedi looking. The rhythm section, which he's ridden well, but Connor at the moment's got a nice advantage over him. Bruno Nemedi, has he given him a bit too much? Deacon Connor up and over the NZ1. Bruno Nemedi's going to have to settle for second. Deacon Connor gets the job done. Rounding out your top 3 was Levi Banks. That was classy by Deacon Connor.
Yeah, well done to those boys. They've been putting a great show on here today with their skills. It's really stepped it up, moving into 12 boys.
The 12 girls section to follow. Lydia Alice, Millie Waite, Kalia Evans, Madeline Hunter, Danica Bergerson, Herbendale, Tyler Rickelman and Zaria Thornley.
So your 2 top girls there, Miller and Millie. They're definitely going to be the ones that you're going to be watching for.
But careful, though, of the 706 and Madeline Hunter. She's been there or thereabout too. And Danica Bergerson had a great run yesterday as well. Another really even start. And it is Bergerson who's got to the middle start there. Hunter, I should say. Hunter leads them through. Trying to cut back up the inside. That is Danica Bergerson.
Looking like the bigger girls asserting their size, which is not uncommon, but the little ones, you just can't push them aside that easily.
Millie Waite dropping up into that third spot. Through the rhythm section they go.
Pulling hard.
Madeline Hunter. That's a nice section that's been run by Waite, trying to get to the outside. She's going to cut back. Madeline Hunter leads them over the top of the tabletop for the final time and down. Hunter gets it. Waite comes up the inside. Millie gets second, pushing Bergerson back to third. Then it's Alice Evans, Rickelman, Thornley, and Hibendale. Good racing again.
There we go. Millie gets to retain her plate.
She would have liked an NZ1 though, not an NZ2
sure
on it. She's done well though. Well, they continue to come thick and fast as we look now to the 13 boys, and well, this really does just seem to be a case of as Luke Brooks-Smith gets off the gate without any troubles, the race is his. He has been so dominant. However, Jack Young, Tom Coleman, capable, but you're looking for the W2 plate who's chosen gate number 3 alongside NZ1 Jack Young. He's in gate 4, Coleman gate 5. Luke Brooks-Smith flows the gate. Look at that, already got 2 to 3 bike lengths on them. Dead set flying. He was a 10th quicker. That's your world number 2 in action right there in the under 13 boys. And he's got a great start. Tom Coleman chasing hard. Luke Smith.
Yeah, he is definitely faster. Definitely faster in this race. He is not slowing up at all. That rhythm section, so smooth. His manual's clean.
I cannot wait to see what the time is because he's not mucking around. Goes high on the berm. Another couple of big, deep pedal strokes.
Absolutely.
He is absolutely flying. And that is a super performance by Luke Brooks-Smith.
Hey, there we go.
38.7 seconds for 399.9 metres of track. Coleman second. Fred Cooper of Christchurch got up for third. And then it's Young, Wallace, Dinsdale, Smith and Withers, but pure class from Luke Brooks-Smith.
Absolutely. His foot was to the floor the entire way around. A perfect lap.
He is 2.5 seconds quicker than Tom Coleman. And Tom Coleman, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, is no mug on a BMX bike. Just highlights the class of world number 2, Luke Brooks-Smith. Now the 13 girls final. So Peyton Taylor, has been really good. But Molly Enia. Father Dave will be watching from the end of the course. Mum Gina will be leaning out the window of the office that she's been holed up in.
Yeah, absolutely.
Really good start there, though, by Peyton. She goes to the lead. And it is Molly Enia who drops into second spot. Molly cutting to the inside here. Peyton holds that inside line as they go up this straight. Molly to the outside. That is Nikita Clark in third spot at the moment. Peyton Taylor leads them down the rhythm section. Molly Enia second. Then you go back to Nikita Clark as they ride single file. Peyton Taylor. Molly Enia in second spot. Nikita Clark digging to try and take that off. Oh, I think she may have pushed and got it. She did. Peyton Taylor, national champion, girls 13. Nikita Clark second. Molly Enia pushed back to the third spot. Gibbiani, Gardner, Summers, Hancock and Burke, the remaining riders through. So now to the 14 boys. I think this was another one. You had a little bit of a circle around, if I'm not mistaken, Chris Newsom.
Yeah, absolutely. 14 boys, 14 leading into your senior test team age group of 15 and 16. So these guys are just on the cusp of being just a bit bigger, just a bit stronger, and certainly trying out their skills wherever they can.
And Kogan's taken the inside gate. He had the choice, the NZ1. Out of East City.
Spread themselves right across that gate, and it seems to be proving off for the front four.
Yeah, Cooper Richardson got a good start as well, but Coogan now gets in front. Kogan, I should say, leads them around. Oh, washing out. I think that was Nick Cowie washing out, losing the front end. So it is Kogan from Richardson. We've got a great break at the moment there. Third spot currently sitting with Jack Gibby. Cogan can't let up. Richardson chasing hard. But he's an NZ1 plate holder for a reason. Finn Cogan. And Cogan gets the win. Then Richardson, then Gibby. And then Hall, Nelson, Thompson, Waite, and Cowie will have to ride around at the end.
And interestingly enough, only 200ths of a second faster than Luke Brooke-Smith. So he'll be one to watch out when he moves up into the next age group.
So Cowie there. I don't know if he's damaged the bike a little bit. You see them? Gee, I tell you what, that's a pretty good mullet that Brock Nelson is sporting. Well done, Bomber. That's an absolute cracker.
I'm sure his dad's proud.
Something about the blonde mullet just seems to work quite well. Here comes the under-14 girls, and well, Lily Greenoff has been pretty impressive throughout the weekend, but we know that the likes of Renee Coleman, Bella Birchall, and also Hannah Mason, they have got the talent to be able to challenge, but they're going to have to pull something absolutely massive out here.
Yeah, no, you've got the top 4 riders there, all have the ability to take it out today.
Lily Greenoff for NZ1. She's taking gate number 2, so that is first and from the left of your screen as you see it. Inside of her, the NZ5 is Ali Biddick. And then 919, that is Chadel Biscara. So Renee Coleman-Savage had second choice. She went to the middle, as did Hannah Mason. Had the 4th choice. Bella Birchall. Bella is the 410. And Bella has gone to gate number 6. There you see Nick finishing. He'll come across the line, even though he has to carry the bike. Tough lick. We're off and running. And the girls, and there you see Greenoff. Just got a flyer. Butte start once again. 600th of a second quicker. Now Coleman-Savage is within touching distance. Lily Greenoff leads, gets to that inside line. Coleman-Savage trying to stick with her. Greenoff's going to have to work for this one. Not going to have it all her own way. Into 3rd spot comes Hannah Mason. Greenoff. Coleman-Savage battling hard. Nice rhythm section by all the leading riders. Going to go the inside is Coleman-Savage. Greenoff forced out wide. Coleman-Savage. Is she going to pull the upset here? Lily Greenoff. Coleman-Savage with an upset. Lily Greenoff pushed back to second. Big win for the Hawke's Bay Club. Renee Coleman-Savage gets Lily Greenoff on the line. Hannah Mason for 3rd. Bella Birchall 4th. Owen Stupert, Biddick and Biscara. What a ride, Renee Coleman-Savage.
Absolutely. There you go. That's what happens. It can just be the last turn that decides it, running down that last straight and just pushing. You'll see them as they come into this turn here.
We're moving straight on to the graphic for our next one. That's the under-15 boys. But, gee, that was a beautiful move by Renee Coleman-Savage. Diving up the inside. Now we move on. As I say, these finals come thick and fast. This is the under-15 boys final. Lewis Atkinson had the lane choice, and he's taking gate 2 as well. 151, but gee, the guy flying the gate right there is Ben James. Great start into the first corner. Ben with the advantage. Been racing really well. The Alexandra Club member leads them down. Up and over the top. NZ5, that's Matthew Hagers in second spot. Then you have to go back to Lewis Anderson. But Ben James, oh, this is a clean pair of heels. One last straight to negotiate. Get some good final pedal strokes in. Up and over the top. Manualing through. He's your national champion, Ben James, and that's a national championship level performance. Haig second, Atkinson third. Then Krofsky, Abdul Malak, Skipper McCursey and Lang. What a good performance again, just a hair over 38 seconds, so not mucking around. Let's move now to the under-15 girls, and well, this has been the Jada Lily Lee show, but we were saying something similar before about Lily Greenoff, so I'm sure that will just spurred on the other competitors.
Yeah, 2 riders there, Jada Lily, of course, and Sasha Ernest. You really want to keep your eye on these 2. These will be the ones that will be deciding it today.
Well, interesting, Jada Lily actually going to the outside lane. Trying to get on the inside is Sasha Ernest, but Jada Lily trying to use that speed and power, and she runs right over the top and she leads them through the 771. Ernest drops into that second spot. This is what she's done all weekend. Jada Lily Lees, Rotorua Club native. This is her track. She will know it so well, and it just shows. Sasha Ernest is going to have to pull out something pretty spectacular, but Jada Lily Lees, she's been dominant. She's cruising. This will mean a lot. You win a national championship on your home track, manualing through. And she's your national champion, Jada Lily Lees. Sasha Ernest second. Kyra Wake getting up for the third spot ahead of Bernard and Davidson. Now, here we see the finish. We'll move on to the 16 boys now. Jesse James Green, 141 has got lane choice. Jack Greenoff, who really has been just as dominant as his sister. He had the one washout though, and that meant he gets second pick. So there's Thomas Coleman Savage. Could we see another Coleman Savage upset of a Greenoff maybe?
Look, I think your top four riders there, your Jesse James, Jack, Thomas and Jake, those are your four riders that are going to be deciding the outcomes of this particular motor. They are out of that gate very quickly.
They are dead set, flying out of the gate. And the man who is at the front, that looks like Greenoff to me, Jesse James Green into the back, but it is Jack Greenoff. Flying, beautiful bike control. Green in second. Then you drop back to Ernest. Any familiar surnames? This is a real family sport. Greenoff. My goodness, he is on a tear. And he's lost it. He's thrown the front end away again. Jesse James Green. He's going to come through and win it. Real battle for second. Who got up for that? That was Louis Hunt from Jake Ernest. But for the second time in as many days, the front end lets go on Jack Greenoff as he was dominating. Here we go. Let's have a look. Talk us through this, Chris. What are you seeing?
He's coming in here real hot, and he is trying to get down and around because he dropped in a little too low. So, of course, there's not a lot of grip down there on the flat. And unfortunately, he's just drifted, lost the front end. It's a terrible feeling to be winning that far ahead, but definitely he was doing very, very well.
You see them going forward, and nice to see, as I say, the sportsmanship, camaraderie being shown.
Dropping down into the 37.7 seconds there for Jesse James.
Well, Lilia Walker, the W8. The W means world ranked. She's on the inside. Another athlete that is dominating. Again, she's flowing the gate. Brooke Penny out of Te Awamutu drops into second spot as they head towards that first turn. Walker in control. Chasing hard, though, is Brooke Penny. Oceania number 2. Chasing world number 8. Then we go back to Brooke Keown out of Christchurch. That's your top 3 as it stands at the moment. Walker, though, is flowing. She's leading comfortably. Doesn't make that same mistake. Pulls it in nice and straight. Leela Walker, a little bit of an air to finish it out, and she's your 16 girls champion of 2021. Brooke Penny second, Brooke Keown third. Then Flavel, Candy, Connor, Hubbard and Owen. Sub 40 as well. Sub 40 second time for Leela Walker. Wins that one by 2.2 seconds. Now, as we start to move in, here come the old dogs. This really has been very much a Kurt Bagby fest, NZ3. He will be challenged, but gentleman alongside me knows a little bit about some of these folks' race, I'm sure. Maybe have rubbed shoulders with them back in the day.
Well, definitely you're looking out for the likes of Kurt Bagby, of course, Glenn Ogle, Gareth Lachlan, and Derek Gelsma. He's definitely one to watch out for. But I'd say once Kurt sorts his gate out...
Well, he's flowing the gate.
There we go.
NZ3, that is the man in the front, Kurt Bagby. Trying to get up on the inside, NZ2, that is Derek Gelsma. And Bagby comes to the outside. Derek chasing hard, though. Oh. Georgiman goes to the outside. Has Bagby got a problem?
I just wonder whether he's...
Has he dropped a chain or something possibly?
No, he's still pedaling.
What's happened there?
Yeah, not too sure. I can't comment.
Well, here we go again. Another rider that has just dominated has been bitten and falls. Derek Georgimas, excuse me. What name to pronounce? He won't care. He's winning. He's won it. Well done to Derek. From Ogle, from Badman, Bagby down to fourth. What was the issue there?
Not too sure. I might have to have a chat with Kurt and see what he was up to there.
Doesn't look too upset or distraught, that is for sure. Time now for the 45 to 49 male.
Possibly pulling a muscle of some description. We're not too sure, but
he just seemed to come up really sharp. So here we go. So Ken Feist out of Hutt Valley. JT Napier, well, tough for JT. He's seen his wife head away to hospital in an ambulance, and we're sure Sherilyn is okay, even though it was a tough look she took. But
look, he'll definitely be wanting to do something in honour of her today. So yeah, look, don't count the man out.
Well, we saw a great race before by Asher. Had a good ride. 4-3-2. JT Napier, one to watch out for. On the inside.
There we go. He's out for business.
He is flying. This is the 45 to 49 male. JT Napier. This is a BMX family. Mum took a tough look at the end of one of our early sessions. Had to be taken away. She was in a little bit of pain, heading to hospital to get checked out.
Yeah, he's making short work of this.
He's just doing an absolute number. In second spot is Ken Feist.
We won't curse him with this corner. Take it easy.
Zane Alexander. JT getting a bit of air. Manuals his way through. National champion. And
there we go.
That'll mean a bit to him and the family.
Yeah, well done for that, JT.
And I hope Sherilyn is in a position where she's been able to fire up YouTube and tune into Sky Sport Next, the YouTube channel, and seeing her hubby go well and watching her children going great guns as well. Well, that's a great performance by JT, and that'll mean a bucket load. Zane Alexander, by the way, finishing third. Then Thornley, Emery, Curtis, Higgins and Lewis. And now we move on to the 17 to 24.
Oh, this should be a very fast one. You need to be looking out for DBW, Daniel Bowers-Wilson, along the lines of Zachary Kershaw and, of course, Louis Cotton.
Kershaw had the lane choice in the 81. He's gone to the inside lane in lane 1. But Daniel Bowers-Wilson, who had fourth choices, ended up alongside him in gate 2. Logan Hurst in lane number 3. Lane number 4, Conor Mann. Really good start from the outside, it looked like, by Mark Edwards.
Yeah, we've lost DBW. He slipped a pedal out of the gate, so he's got some work to do.
Mark Edwards has made an absolute flyer. He was almost a tenth and a half quicker than anyone else, and he's got the advantage. Going down this straight. Louis Cotton is in second spot out of Kapiti. And then you go back to Logan Hurst. Mark Edwards out of Waitakere. It's a great start. And that is what it takes.
Yeah,
it's the job done.
And you have to feel for Daniel pulling a clip out of the gate. These races just are not long enough for you to be able to pull back at that kind of a pace. So definitely feeling for him there.
Finishes in style. We've just seen him fly over the finish line, literally. Getting some serious airtime. So Mark Edwards takes the victory in the 17 to 24 male. And now we're moving on. It's the 35 to 39 male.
Ones to watch out for in this one. Tim Ferguson, Adam Coker, of course, Richie Stratford. These boys have been banging bars all day and all weekend. And there's a couple of other quick ones in there. The likes of Lance Dinsdale not doing too bad. And, of course, Hayden Briscoe.
Adam Coker out there in gate number 6. That is third and from the right-hand side of your screen, W7.
There we go. Ferguson with a blinder of a gate. Very good gate rider, that boy.
Yeah, Stratford, though, not going too bad either. He goes a little bit higher and wider. But it is going to be Coker who leads them through.
Sounded like we've lost the tube out there. There was a bang.
Here comes Stratford down the outside trying to move in the second spot. And he's got in there.
Oh,
Came up a little short there.
These old boys just getting their wiggle on.
Coker leading it through nicely. Then Stratford. Not done yet is Richie. Going to have a big dig at him. Coker, Stratford coming up the inside.
Oi.
Big push. And Adam Coker needed it because Stratford was coming from Ferguson. And we are talking less than a tenth of a second.
And there we go. NZ2 lost his tube. That went pop. So again, running those high pressures.
Scott Silver it was. It had the dreaded bang. And they do run really high tyre pressure. And there's a wee smile as they come over. It's tough there, you see it. It's Scott Silver's rear tyre. So you go Kabumski, and that is that. You see them wandering through.
Yeah, it's never good to hear that bang, but it does sound good.
Now we move on, the 25 to 34. Ethan Wee. Alan Frank's been very good in this class, though, too. Cody Keach. There's been another even class.
Carl Ellis, you want to keep an eye on, definitely, and Hayden Stockman, of course.
Carl Ellis in the 189. Alan Frank, 110.
Yeah, she's quick down the front straight.
He's got a good start again. And it's going to be the Cantab leading them through. Sorry, the Tauranga native, excuse me. We're in the Canterbury colours. I'm sure those in Chiefs country will be asking what the heck the go that is. In that second spot at the moment, that is Cody Keach out of Christchurch. So good advantage. Then you go back to Ethan Wee, who's been ultra consistent throughout the weekend. But Alan Frank, he'll be taking this national title back to Tauranga. Real nice performance over the course of the 2 days. Then it's back to Cody Keach. And Ethan Wee coming through in third. Then Alice Stockman, Clark and Sewell. So we now move on to, after this, the 50 plus.
So these boys have popped deep heat on all their joints, and they are ready and rearing to go.
Mike Nartai, Carl Berryman, Roy Leaning, Warren Boggess, the president of BMX NZ, Greg Hughes, Dave Mohi. It'll be a tough one to beat here on its home track.
Yeah, absolutely. Dave Mohi and Greg Hughes have been having a bit of a barney, but Dave always leaves something up his sleeve for the finals.
Andrew Farlow as well out of Kapiti as well. Right at 270 on the right of your screen.
And watch Dave to pull right.
This comes flying. Oh, he's been matched though and held.
He has.
That was nice work by Greg Hughes. Mohi trying to get in front of him, and he's done so. He goes for a bit more air. Hughes goes to the inside. Oh, Mohi's got a problem. Mohi's got a problem, and it leaves Hughes all on his own. What happened there? We go back. Hughes leading. Mohi just cruising at the moment. Still in fourth, I might add, as well. So we go back
sure
to
what's happened there.
It's Hughes leading. Then we go back to Carl Berryman. Then it's back to Mike Nartai, Dave Mohi. Something went wrong there.
Yeah, look, I can confidently say he's won enough to maybe sit out a few races, but this is unlike him. So there's
Greg
possibly
Hughes
a bike issue.
gets the W there. As he cruises past, possibly.
Yeah, unsure. I might have to have a chat to him after this one.
Roy Leaning and Warren Boggess having a bit of fun there. Mohi still came through in fifth spot. I don't know what happened there. He's off the bike. Not sure what the problem with Dave Mohi was. It's a tough time to have what we can only assume is a mechanical issue.
Well, it would have to be a serious one. I've seen the man race with a broken wrist, so you can't tell me he's going to stop for any old thing.
Doesn't look like a tyre.
No.
So it's an interesting one, or a chain.
He might have lost the cassette, losing his drive. But anyway, we will find that out. And
in the fullness of time. Right, here we go. This is the 17 plus female. Inside lane is Abby Simcock, 262. She had that choice and she took it. Holly Oldham. Gate number 50 is plate 57 out of Alexandra. She's alongside. So they're just sorting a few things out.
I wonder if there's an issue. There's possibly some stones or some debris down there that's making it a little bit difficult.
Just trying to see what the problem is. Getting the communication going. There's Rupert, track manager. He's gone in, can't find anything. Not sure what the problem was. So here we are, back again. So this is the 17 plus. So athletes 17 and over, wide range. Maybe Simcock on the inside. Oldham's been good as well. Oldham was the one who got the better start. Simcock's got the inside line though. Those two are going to lead them into the opening turn. Simcock inside, going high as Oldham, now trying to cut back. Here comes Tony James. W4, World 4 that means. But it's Simcock. Trying to go up the inside, James.
Oh, it's getting tricky.
Big hit. James goes down.
She looks like
Simcock.
she's ahead.
Yeah, there was a bit of a whip there. Simcock with the advantage as they lead down the home straight. Then you go back to Holly Oldham. Then you track back to Emma Pugh. And that'll be 1, 2, and 3. As we cut back, looks as though Tony there just taking your time, and rightfully so. But Abby Simcock is your 17 plus 2021 BMX New Zealand National Champion.
That would have been a pretty hefty hit that Tony took to the helmet. So hopefully she's all right. She is moving and she has taken her goggles off, but of course the medics will want to make sure she isn't concussed.
I think she also has a cruiser final coming up a little later on. Let's have another look at this. What are you seeing?
So yeah, she's come in quite low and been caught up on the handlebars, and of course the other rider has held steady, and it's just pulled her front handlebars out from underneath her, and yeah, dropping her onto the pavement pretty hard. But she's walking, so that's absolutely awesome.
She's up.
And they're pointing out she's got a fairly good crunch on the side of her helmet.
So as we continue to work our way through the classes here, this is finals day. 2021 BMX National Championships, presented by Permapine, Red Stag Timber, Spark Business Hub, Oliver O'Sullivan, Clemens. Great to be able to bring you this via skysportnext, the YouTube channel. Your pictures being provided by the good team at the Stream Shop as we see Tony James up and wheeling to the finish. We've got Tiger, Jason, Keanu and Aiden on the cameras for you out there, doing a great job. Daniel directing, Helen producing. And Tony comes around and it's going to meander her way through.
She's
a wave and a
smiling.
smile.
That's the one.
Right, we'll see whether she... Yes, I'm pretty sure she's got a cruiser final later on as well that she was to be involved with.
Yes, she does. Hopefully she's well enough.
So,
She will need to just go and touch base with St John's, of course, as she's had a hit to the head, so she'll do that, get the all clear and head back out.
so here we are. This is the boys 8 final. And this could be good. Toya, Martini, Murphy, Beattie, Lawrence, Munro, Smith, Dickinson. What an even start. Over the top, who's got the better start? Martini. Jai's going to lead him through. Now here comes Lawrence trying to get to the outside, the man from Hawara. 2 abreast going into turn 1. Martini leads. Lawrence on the pedals. And Lawrence now takes the advantage from Martini. Trying to come up the inside in 200, that's Nixon Murphy, but it's Finn Lawrence from Hawara. Leads them into that turn, down the rhythm section. Martini. Then it's back to Murphy. Now coming up the inside again, he fights back, does Martini. Trying to cut back is Lawrence. Throwing himself into the mixer as well, there is Murphy. Martini. Martini's got him though. Lawrence is going to have to hold on for second. That's a ride. Jai Martini from the Mountain Raiders. From Lawrence, from Murphy, from Toya.
Yeah, what a stunning change of events down there, getting overtaken and then pulling back the lead on the last straight.
Great race. Great resilience being shown. You can see the relief on the face there of Luke. Oh, great race. Now we move on to the final for the 8-9 girls. Maddie Newcomb has been very good. Again, another member of the Rotorua BMX Club. Jayla Jenkins, Anna McCabe, NZ3 out of Southland, Lexi Silver, Quinn Lindsay, Chloe Dinsdale, Bill Haudua, and Nessie Rennie. Let's see, Maddie's gone to gate number 2, and Jayla Jenkins, who had second allocation, has gone to gate number 1. Good start by Maddie Newcomb. Oh no! Oh dear! Maddie goes down.
3, possibly 4 down.
Who's that going to lead them through? Going up high. NZ3 on the inside. That's Anna McCabe from Southland. Alongside her is Jayla Jenkins. Jayla gets up the inside. Moves. Now McCabe. Can she make a bit of a comeback down the rhythm section? Moving into third spot. That's Nessie Rennie. Nessie with a chance to nab a podium in this one. But great riding here at the moment by Jenkins. Trying to put a real push on is McCabe. Then we go back to Rennie. Rennie, the 8th qualifier. Here comes Flyer trying to get. It was the other Southland rider. And that was Rotorua. But it is Jayla Jenkins, national champion, the 8-9 girls. Then on to McCabe. Nessie Rennie 3rd. Rotorua 4th. Final riders coming through after that stack going down the start straight. A tough old day.
Yeah, that is a tough one, particularly when you lift your front wheel off.
Let's have another look at it, Chris.
So plenty of speed, but just got off course. And of course the front wheel just washes out immediately on the slippery lime. So yeah, once you get your bike in the air, you do have to remain steady and straight.
They just sort everything through there. The other riders have come through. This will be...
The 11 boys, this should be a bit of a ding-dong battle.
Well, Lice has been good. Lucas Martinet. I wonder how fired up he's been seeing Jai Martinet. Whether that provides a little bit of inspiration as we just wait for Maddie Newcomb, Maddie Newcomb, I should say, to roll on through. There she is. She'll be disappointed. She knew she had a shot. See the disappointment etched on her face, but she will roll through to the end. Not taking the DNF.
Yeah, no, that was definitely a hard hit. There were no hands put out, so her helmet did hit the ground with some force. So yeah, she'll be feeling it, but at least she's up and riding around. Adrenaline helps with that to get them to the finish line.
She comes over. Straight ahead. See the disappointment though. Right, boys 11. Now Lysa's got the 444 and he's gone to gate number 3. Lucas Martinet, NZ1, he had the option. And he slotted right in beside in gate number 4. Case Silver, NZ3. Case actually come out to gate number 6. Zane Williamson, 607. He's in gate 5.
Oh, good gate from number 7 out there.
Yeah, that's a really good start by Martinet. They're trying to get around the outside of him. That's a great start. That's a super start. And that's Silver using that gate 6 start. Silver bike matching his surname. Leads at the moment. Martinet cuts up the inside, side by side down the rhythm section. Silver inside.
Well, there's some argy-bargy going on there. He's definitely
Martinet rides around him. Can Silver cut the inside? No, he rode a great line. Martinet. Oh, this is a good couple of minutes for the Martinet family. Bang, bang, they go national champions. Lucas follows Giant. Martinet from Silver. Stetner 1, 2 and 3. Then Lysa, Shaw, Russell, Williamson and Thornton.
There we go. Definitely one of my favourite races of the day so far for finals.
Good race. Now, here we go to the 40 to 44 cruisers coming up. We see Kurt Bagby.
Possibly this is the race that he is wanting to win. So maybe he was holding himself out in his 20-inch final. We're not too sure. I'm just guessing.
Well, it's just he seems so dominant, though, in whatever bike he's been on. It just didn't make sense to me. He's chosen gate number 2.
And we'll see once he pulls out of the gate how his body's feeling. It's not too bad.
That's a good start. Again.
Yeah, I'm guessing definitely his focus is on the cruiser as we look at him now. Doesn't seem to be too many issues, but around that first turn clean.
Derek Jeltsma in second spot at the moment.
Yeah, very quick down through there.
Bagby flying really nice. He's got a good advantage. Jeltsma's going to have to do something. Oh, lost the soldier there going into that berm. Down. Oh, geez. That's never good with his parts off the...
When your shoe comes off.
Yep, never a good sign. Here's Bagby. He's got his title.
Right.
He knew he was going to get something. We thought he'd be going home with two, but he definitely goes home with one as the 40 to 44 cruiser champion of New Zealand for 2021.
And that's what I was talking about earlier, Nigel, in regards to their strategy. They may be wanting to just single plate, even though they're double classing. And when you double class, you actually get more time on the track as well.
So coming through. Let's have a look at that incident. If we get another look at it, hopefully coming through for us. Here we go.
Drop down, very similar to the Tony James scenario. Just dropping in early.
He loses the shoe.
Loses the shoe.
And just about gets the foot run over at the same time. So he's through now. Shod, both feet. 45 to 49. Well, Dion Newith, world-ranked number 7 rider in this class, has been pretty impressive out of Rotorua. But the likes of Alexander and Armstead are capable.
Yeah, look, Zane will have a tough fight on his hands. And if he can stick with Dion, maybe something magical will happen.
Well, they're in the first two gates. And Dion's just flowing the gate.
Beautiful
Look at
gate.
that. Straight out to a couple of bike lengths. Just rode them really well. You see him powering through on the back wheel, but pedaling at the same time. And he's got a great start, Dion Newith. Now he's just got to be smooth and clean, and the title will be all his. He knows this track well, goes high on the berm and whistles around in complete control. Lovely as he comes through manuals.
We've got Brett Hancock in second place at the moment.
Newith showing the clean pair of heels. And you're right, it is Brett Hancock.
And a bit of a Barney for
here we go, getting a bit wobbly. He just got a wee bit out of shape. And that's cost him, and Brett drops back to fourth as Armstead and Alexander come through.
Goodness me, I was not expecting that last little push.
And what happened there? Let's have a look in the background here. We see him.
Bit of a bobble over that double.
There it is there.
Nose bonked it, took all his speed away, and then the boys were able to pump through.
Oh, wow. Gee, that's tough.
It is certainly tough.
0.04 of a second is what?
Doesn't take much to drop off a couple of Ks if you nose bonk your roller. So, yeah, certainly that's proved how badly that can go.
And here we go now. This is on to the 11 to 14 mixed cruiser class. It is, the reason it is mixed is because it has had male and female competitors in it. So we've got Cooper Richardson, Jack Gibby, Nick Cowie, Casey Walker, Thomas Webb, Joshua Allen, Braden King, Dallas Douglas. Cooper Richardson on the inside using that gate. Cowie, who took a tumble early on, has dusted himself off. And it's going to be Richardson. Cowie really pushing hard. Some big pedal strokes coming in here. Richardson, though, leads them through. Then Cowie. Then we go back to Jack Gibby. Two more straights to try and make something happen.
There we go. Cowie's a man on a mission.
Yeah, but Richardson's riding really well, though, Chris. Can't pull to the inside. Richardson, I think, has got enough of a lead. And I think Cowie's got to be careful of Gibby trying to run up the inside of him.
Oh, he just gets it.
He does. Cooper Richardson, though. 11 to 14 cruiser. National champion of 2021 from Nick Cowie, Jack Gibby, Thomas Webb, Dallas Douglas, Joshua Allen, Casey Walker, and Braden King. Another good race onto the 15-16 cruiser. And we've got Louis Hunt. Now you'll see two NZ1 plates in this class. You've got Louis Hunt out of Cambridge and Matthew Hogue out of Waitakere. Louis will be riding an iridescent yellow bike by way of trying to distinguish between them.
With a very good gate.
Yeah, great gate. And he's flowing it, and he's away. Manualing through, that's going on to that rear wheel, and he's got a good set, and it looks as though it's the two NZ1 plate holders. That's Hunt in the front of Haig. So that is Cambridge leading Waitakere. It's the 5-rider field. Hunt cruising along. These three guys had just a pump race earlier in the day for a bit of fun. No pumping here. They are pedaling where they need to. Hunt takes a good wide line, lines up the finish straight, knows he's got it, decides he'll have a bit of air for this one. Cruises to another national title, Louis Hunt from Matthew Haig. Coming through in third spot. Quite tight, but it was Atkinson. Oh, by 100th of a second over Zach Arnold. Then back to Luke Barnett. We're closing in, just about done and dusted here. Only got 4 more finals to go. And this is the 17 to 39 cruiser final. And it features Daniel Bowers-Wilson. Adam Coker is a world number 4 ranked. He's got the first gate. You see him there, left-hand side of your screen. Carl Ellis alongside him in gate number 2. Corey Walden in gate number 3.
You want to keep an eye on that number 440, old DBW. He'll be wanting a bit of redemption back from pulling his clip out off the gate. So certainly be wanting to show what he's made of for this round.
NZ3, Scott Murphy. Alongside him, 372 Brad Leteri. Out of Hamilton. That's a nice even start.
Clean gate. There we go.
Using great use of the inside line, though. There is Bowers-Wilson dropping into second. In behind Coker. Oh, yeah, these two are on a mission. They are on a mission. Bowers-Wilson in second spot and really trying to stick it to Coker. Cuts back on the inside. Side by side. Oh, squeezing. Bowers-Wilson. Coker on the inside. Can he get a couple of big digs? Tries to get alongside him. Coker, Bowers-Wilson over the top. Coker inside, gets him on the line with a push. What a race.
Go. Yeah, no, Adam Coker is not one to give up a race easily. He pushed back into that corner.
Good time as well. Sub 38 seconds, 37.5 for both of them. Good 2.5 seconds. Let's have a look at this.
Dropping down and then pushing him wide, leaving no room for Adam Coker.
Yeah, but the thing is, Chris, is he's managed to recover from that squeeze and still get the job done.
Yep, straight back into that next corner because he knew he still had a whole straight to work with.
How much strength does that take to be able to do that, to recover from that kind of a push and get the job done still?
Absolute mental 110% is required for that.
Well, here comes the 50-plus.
You've got some big names in this 50-plus cruiser. You've got RMC McLaughlin, who has won more titles than you can even count. He's been to every nationals, but you got Big Dave Mohi as well.
Well, we saw Mohi have a little bit of an issue earlier on, so no doubt he's going to be fizzing, but it is McLaughlin and Mohi, just a straight sprint to the first corner, and Big Dave gets in. RMC, though, trying to stay underneath him. So here comes Dave Mohi. Richie McLaughlin in second, a little bit short, lost some momentum.
And these two have been battling it out for the last 20 years easily. It's been fantastic to watch, but it looks like it's the Dave show today.
Well, he had that disappointment earlier on. Puts the 888, goes to the cruiser, the bigger wheels, and he's going to do that. Victory over McLaughlin. So it is Mohi, McLaughlin, Windsor coming
and
through for third.
Look at that, Factory Windsor takes out third. He told me he was retiring.
Not a bad retirement.
Absolutely.
Hughes, Berryman, Nartai, Fellet and El Presidente. Warren Boggess coming through in the 8 spot.
Number 7.
Not a bad time from Dave. We're talking 40 seconds there.
40 seconds for a 50-plus cruiser rider. That's not too bad at all.
So now our penultimate final of day 2, finals day of the 2021 BMX NZ National Championships.
It looks like Tony is on the gate from here, which is great to see.
So she's got gate number 7 by the looks, gone very wide, W5. Caitlin Georgianis had the first choice. She's gone to lane number 1.
It looks like it's going to be a drag race down the first end, pulling out that wide.
Taylor Arnold NZ2 and gate number 2. And the other 4 riders I should say, over to the far side. Selena Pfister made a great start. Tony James, though, trying to get to the inside. Can she do it?
Got squeezed into the corner, but that's all right. She's still in it.
It's a really good start, though, by Holly Oldham. Then it's James. Oh, Oldham Just a little bit momentum, James. This is where she had the problem. Goes high. Oldham holds the line. James trying to close up that bike length or so. Oldham at the moment pumping nicely through the rhythm section. They swing around. Holly Oldham in front. James, maybe just that lick she took earlier just taking its toll. She'll get second, but it's Holly Oldham out of Alexandra. Takes the title in the 17 to 29 cruiser female from Tony James. Caitlin Georgianison third. Arnold Pfister and Sorensen rounding out the top six.
Yeah, great work there by Tony James coming back after a pretty hard hit to the head on the second corner.
Now it's time for our final race, our final for the 2021 Nationals. It's Lisa Anderson, Nancy James, Steph Hawke, who's won everything. Kaylin Newton, Sherilyn Anderson, and Sonia Rennie. Sherilyn went away to hospital, so she is not on the start gate, so it'll just be the 5 athletes and ladies dominated Steph Hawke.
So who's going to take over what Sherilyn was trying to do all day today?
Sonia Rennie was getting a couple of good runs, another one who was steadily improving. Hawke leads them into that first jump. NZ3. She's got a good break already. Up and over, and she'll lead them comfortably. Got some good distance already, does Steph. Out of the Mountain Raiders Club. She leads them down that second straight, all concentration. Moving into that balance is Sonia Rennie, who's dropped into second spot. Down the rhythm section. Kaylin Newton out of Gizzy is in the third, trying to chase down Rennie. Steph Hawke, who has done a great job all weekend. She was being challenged by Anderson, who took a nasty crash and sadly had to be taken away to receive medical treatment. But Steph Hawke gets the job done. National champion for the 35-plus cruiser female. Then it's Sonia Rennie and Kyla Newton. And then following them through, Lisa Anderson, Nancy James. Nice winner's smile there. Again, the camaraderie that we've enjoyed over the course of the 2 days of racing. Of course, there was also a third day of practice on the Friday. Now everyone will have the chance to sit and relax and then pack up and meander their way home. Chris Newson, final comment from you. Of course, as a Rotorua local, I'm sure you've hosted national championships before, but to have it at this brand new facility and really introduce everybody to this particular venue. Good 3 days of action, in your opinion?
Oh, amazing 3 days. We couldn't have asked for better weather. We couldn't have asked for a better track. The facilities here are just absolutely amazing and suit the riders very, very well. It's been a privilege to sit here with you as well, Nigel, and get to see firsthand some of our riders, try and either beat their previous time or beat their competitors and just make their way through this exciting sport that is BMX. It's been an absolutely fantastic weekend, and I'm sure these guys are going to remember it for at least the next 12 months until we move on to our next site. But yeah, no, absolutely amazing weekend. Well,
it has been a great weekend. Lots of volunteers, a lot of time, effort goes into an event like this. And it's been an absolute pleasure to bring you the 2021 BMX New Zealand National Championships. They have been sponsored by Permapine, Spark Business Hub, Red Stag Timber, and O'Sullivan Clemens. The wonderful vision that you've been enjoying here on Sky Sport Next has been provided by the Stream Shop. Your camera operators have been Tiger, Keanu, Aiden, and Jason. Big shout out to Jason as well, who's going to graduate on Wednesday, I think it is, from his Bachelor of Media Arts. Well done to you, Big Jace. Your director has been Daniel. Helen, the producer, Nigel Yolden, wishing you a very good afternoon from Rotorua. Ka kite.